Section 5.4, and this is the second part talking about synthetic division. So today students are going to be able to divide polynomials using long and synthetic division. Synthetic division is going to simplify the long division process by dividing by a linear expression x minus a. Okay, so this part is really important because you can only use synthetic division as long as your factor is linear. Let's look at our first example, x cubed minus 4x squared plus 6x minus 4, and we're going to divide it by x minus 2. Synthetic division only uses the coefficients of the polynomial, so we need to take what we're dividing by, which is x minus 2, set it equal to 0, so we need to use 2. 2 is what we are going to be dividing by, and you put this in this little box to show that you're dividing by it. Okay, now we are going to look at the number in front of x cubed is a 1, so we write a 1. The number in front of x squared is a negative 4x, so we write negative 4x. The number in front of x is just 6, so we write 6. And then the number all by itself at the end is minus 4. And then you're going to leave a little space and then write a line. Okay, this line is the addition line. You're always adding. The first thing you're going to do is bring down the 1. And then you are going to multiply 2 times 1 and you get 2. And then since that's the addition line, negative 4 plus 2 gives me negative 2. And then you repeat the process all over again. 2 times negative 2 gives me negative 4. And 6 plus negative 4 gives me 2. Multiply again. 2 times 2 gives me 4. Negative 4 plus 4 gives me 0. Whatever number is at the end is always your remainder. So in this case, we have no remainder. So our answer, bring down the first coefficient, and when you divide, it's always going to take the highest degree that you started with and take it down by 1. So I started with x cubed. 1 less than x cubed is x squared. Bring down the next coefficient. 1 less than x squared is just x. Bring down the last coefficient, and you have plus 2. So when you take x cubed minus 4x squared plus 6x minus 4, and you divide it by x minus 2, you get x squared minus 2x plus 2 as your answer. Press pause, and I want you to try dividing x cubed minus 57x plus 56 by x minus 7 using synthetic division. Inside the box should go positive 7. Remember, you set x minus 7 equal to 0, add 7 to the other side. There's a 1 in front of x cubed. There is a 0 in front of x squared. Remember yesterday I told you always had to have your placeholders. Then there is a negative 57 in front of the x, and then there's a positive 56. Leave a space, make your line, bring down the first term. 7 times 1 is 7, and 0 plus 7 is 7. 7 times 7 is 49. Negative 57 plus 49 is negative 8. 7 times negative 8 gives me negative 56. 0, and remember this is your remainder. So I started with x cubed, so it's 1 less than that, it's x squared, then 7x, then minus 8. The remainder theorem says that if you divide a polynomial, which p of x is our polynomial, with a degree that is greater than or equal to 1 by x minus a, then the remainder is p of a. All what that means is you take what you're dividing by, and if you plug it in for x, it's going to tell you the remainder. Let's look at an example using the remainder theorem. So the polynomial that we're given is x to the fifth minus 3x to the fourth minus 28x cubed plus 5x plus 20, and it says, what is p of negative 4? So there's two ways of doing this problem. So you take negative 4 because that's what's given to you, and you put that in your little box because that's what you're dividing by. And then there's a 1 in front of x to the fifth, there's a negative 3 in front of x to the fourth, there's a minus 28 in front of x cubed, there is 0x squared, don't forget about your placeholders, a 5 in front of the x, and then a 20. Okay, bring down the 1. Negative 4 times 1 is negative 4, and negative 3 minus 4 gives me negative 7. Negative 4 times negative 7 is 28. Negative 28 plus 28 is 0. Negative 4 times 0 is 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. Negative 4 times 0 is 0. And 5 plus 0 is 5. Negative 4 times 5 is negative 20. And 20 minus plus negative 20 gives me 0. So all what I care about in this question is what the remainder is. So p of negative 4 equals 0. Now I want you to show you another way how to do it. So since it says p of negative 4 and normally it's p of x, all what that means is plug negative 4 in for x. So negative 4 to the fifth power minus 3 times negative 4 to the fourth power minus 28 times negative 4 to the third power plus 5 times negative 4 plus 20. Okay, if you were to pick up your calculator, type all of that in, you would still get 0. So that's a good way to check to make sure that you did all your synthetic division right, but I am going to need to see the synthetic division since you're not going to be able to use your calculator on a quiz.